Now let's start. So this is the first struggle for Japanese learner. And we have alphabet kind of letters, and those are 46 letters. And there are two ways of it. So one is hiragana, which is on the left-hand side, and it's used for pure Japanese words and phrases, and katakana on the right-hand side, which is mainly used for words from foreign languages. And it's also used when you want to highlight the words and differentiate the words from the regular sentences when writing. So these hiragana and katakana are simply phonetic way. And we have 5 vowels, a, I, U, E, O. And proper Japanese literature reads from top to the bottom and from the right to the left. And this is significant difference between the other languages. So then, and the left part of the vowels, those are the, these are the consonants. So each consonant and the vowels are the combination of the vowels, and each consonant has one separate letter. That's why it looks so many. And so I think this is not very systematic, as you cannot use vowels as it is, and when you write, and the letters with consonants. So this is a quite unique point of Japanese language. And Korean has many letters as well. So the letters are the combination of the vowels and consonants, and you see the actual shape of the vowels. So it's a bit different. And now, plus we use kanji, which is the Chinese character. These are from China, long time ago, when China wasn't called China yet. This could be a few hours of history if I dig in, so I don't speak much about it today. But the list here are the Chinese characters that the kids from 6 years old to 12 years old learn in the school. So I can't count the numbers of the kanji letters, but the everyday use, it's been told about 3,000. And according to the Ministry of Education, about 2,000 characters are mandatory to learn from 6 years to 18 years old. And the tricky part is the one kanji has multiple ways of reading and meaning sometimes. So it's called phonetic read and meaning read. And phonetic read is usually used for nouns, and the meaning read is used for the verbs in the phrases. And noun has multiple way of reading as well, and sometimes the meaning of it changes. So, for example, this letter, the way of reading is kin, kana, or kane, and this one letter has 4 meanings: the gold, money, and overall metal materials. And Friday also used this letter, add a word for the day with this word. So, and then this is another tricky part of language. We use honorific expression in addition to casual expression a lot in everyday conversation. And there are 3 kinds of honorifics. Oh, by the way, the top one, tameguchi, is a slang, so don't say this. But the bottom 3, these honorifics are chosen who you are speaking to. So customer, your boss, or someone respectful, etc. And this is applied to the subjected person you're talking about. So it will be changed when you are speaking to your boss about your customer, and when you're speaking to your customer about your colleagues. So all those are different. So here are the variations of eat at the bottom, and which is taberu. Taberu is the Japanese word, and written here are all infinitive. There are variations in the conversation, but anyway, when you talk about eating with friends and family, you say taberu, and then with the colleagues, it's tabemasu. It's a bit polite way, and when you eat and say it to customer or anyone in a higher position, you say itadaku or chodai suru. When you describe your customer eat, then you say mishiagaru or otabe ni naru. So by the way, you might see a lot to add san after a person's name in the emails and stuff. So like minasan or kataniwa-san, as Marion wrote this time. And this means Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. I mean, it's honorific title, then it's okay when you're speaking to in the office or colleagues. But if you speak to your customer about me, then you shouldn't add san afterward, but just call Kataniwa. And usually don't use the first name, but only the family name. And if you're talking to the customer and not very close, then you will call the customer with sama and not san, and you don't really say you. You could be a bit rude sometimes, so you have to be careful. And I don't think you need to know this if you're traveling only. So you only need to learn these when you want to work in Japan in Japanese environment. So I just wanted to introduce. And now writing rules. And here are some unique features of Japanese in writing. So you use kinds of hiragana, katakana, and kanji, and no spaces between words. And in the books, it's written from the top to the bottom, and from the right to the left, as shown in the picture. And yeah, but as mentioned here, nowadays it's only these are only for books or textbooks of Japanese language, and normally in emails and flyers and manuals and signs, etc. Everything those are written just like English, from the left to the right and vertical. Okay, and no, horizontal. Sorry. And the punctuation signs are different as written here. And by the way, I guess some of you see a lot of parentheses, brackets in the emails from Japanese people. And this is what we use when we want to add some extra explanation after sentence. So you use that sign in English. So that's the same meaning. Okay, now conversation. But grammar, just a little bit before that. The basic of basics of Japanese grammar, the order of the words are different. So in English, the most simplest sentence is subject, verb, and object. For example, I watch TV, right? And in Japanese, a verb comes the last. So the word order, if I say it in English, it comes I TV watch. 私はテレビを見ます。テレビ is TV. Television became テレビ. And then, yeah. And as I said, there are no spaces between the words, but we have positional particles like written in the black letters. And plus, when reading, if you use only hiragana or only katakana, it could be a nightmare. But since there are kanji, katakana, and hiragana, it is a lot easier to read. Also, in conversation, we don't have the sounds of F, TH, V, R. So when Japanese people speak to you, sometimes you don't understand, but please convert the F to H, TH to S or SH, and V to B, and R to L. So if a name Laura in Japanese is Lola, and seventh becomes sebunsu, and thank you becomes thank you, and I think becomes I think. And also S is pronounced SH. So it could be a problem if you want to say sit down or I want you to sit. Japanese have to be careful, but not many are aware about that yet. And in conversation, we often cut off the subject and object. So when you ask your friend, do you want to eat? And we just say taberu, so which means eat. And this, I think, is similar to Singlish, English in Singapore. So I think some of the Asian countries do the same when you speak. Okay. So I guess the boring part is over now. I'm talking all about writing and grammar. After all, you don't really care when you speak. I just wanted to let you know how it could be confusing for support and PH people. So now these are two most useful words to survive in Japan as a tourist level. First one, this one, is being called domo, domo. And this is quite useful as it has several meanings. And first, thank you. And there's a well-known word, arigato, or arigatou gozaimasu, for thank you. And these are friendly or polite, but domo can be used in many cases, from casual to formal, and very common. And you can also add arigato after this. So domo arigato, adding more emotion and on top of the word thank you. And if you add gozaimasu afterward, it's polite way to speak. So domo arigatou gozaimasu. This is very polite. Yeah. Oh, so no, not yet. So, and domo also has the meaning of bye. So when you see someone, you say, domo. And when you leave, ja domo. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So by the way, Japanese speech, domo has this essay demo recording. So that demo recording starts with domo, and then start complaining about some application form to the insurance company or something. So, and then next one is sumimasen. And this means excuse me. So literally it is sumimasen, but in every conversation it is pronounced sumimasen most of the time. So it's more natural for Japanese, and I say this way. So I put it here. I always teach this to my foreign friends because it's very useful when you want another attention from someone and you need some help. And this also means apology, so it's the same as English. Excuse me. And why I thought this is useful is because most of the Japanese are very kind to foreigners, and once you stop them when you need help, then they try to understand you very, very carefully, even if you're speaking in English. So I think this is enough for as a tourist. Of course, if you want to go smoother, then you can learn more. In that case, as I mentioned earlier, let me know separately. Yeah. Okay, so these are the list of some popular common words and phrases. Ohayo, good morning is ohayo or ohayo gozaimasu. Hello, good day is konnichiwa, as Marian wrote. And goodbye is sayonara. And I think these are, well, we use it, but not very casual. And the next one, see you again. Matane. Matane is see you again, the casual version of matane, casual version of see you again. But we use this a lot, and between friends. And it's been a while. Gobusata shiteimasu. This is used between the customers and in the working environment. And probably you see this a lot in the emails. And also, otsukaresama desu. And when you see your colleague, this is used as just like hi, but instead we use the otsukaresama desu. And this means you're tired or we're tired. And it's funny, but we use this word for just greeting your friends in a work environment. And when you leave the office, otsukaresama deshita. Tired. We were tired. You were tired. It's a past tense. And started. Yeah. And last two are very commonly used for the emails. Osewa ni natte orimasu. And this means you take care of me very well. Thank you. That kind of thing. And yoroshiku onegai shimasu. The next one. This is very difficult to convert to English. Yoroshiku is like please deal with this in a good way or something like that. But it doesn't really say it, but it has the meaning behind this phrase. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was a bit going so fast, but this is it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.